to start screaming button for him.
Minor detail.
Just a little one. Yeah. And Karina's like wondering why I keep checking what she's doing. I'm kind of like, oh, well.
There it is. Okay. Test 1, 2. Sound check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I can hear myself. Really.
Yeah. I don't think it. Oh, that's why. Try it again.
Hope nobody listens to me complaining about Karina there.
Oh well. We can edit that out. Test 1, 2. Sound check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Can you try one more time?
Yep.
It still wasn't picking up that time.
Sound check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello everyone and welcome inside the Plex in Port Elgin. This is Game 2 of the WOAA Senior AA quarterfinal series between the Durham Thundercats and your Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. The Winterhawks fell in Game 1 last night in Durham. It was a 5-4 score. Durham scoring 4 power play goals on 6 opportunities, and that was the difference in the game. The Winterhawks were 0 for 3 with the man advantage, and they fell 5-4. They did erase a 3-0 deficit in that game and got up 4-3, but it was a 5-4 victory for Durham, who scored a couple of power play goals to take back the lead. Your lineup notes for tonight, not in the lineup for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. It is number 5, Jacob Brown, number 12, Jay Thompson, number 15, Mike Smales, number 28, Curtis Johnston, number 97, Alex Kuntz, and number 34, Jeff Flagler. Starting in goal tonight for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks is number 31, Richard Harris. Harris started in goal last night in Durham, made 38 saves, and was excellent in the Winterhawks net. Of course, the reason Jeff Flagler is not in the Winterhawks net, his father, Jack Flagler, passed away this past Wednesday, and our condolences go out to the Flagler family. Not in the lineup tonight for the Durham Thundercats, number 2, Jeff McMillan, number 12, Brendan Ray, number 19, Dylan Hoffman, number 20, Brad Pitt, number 25, Liam Francis, and number 29, Troy Laux. Elsewhere in the WOAA, last night, the Clinton Radars opened up a 1-0 series lead on the Huron East Centenaires. That game was a 5-2 victory for Clinton. Tonight they are playing Game 2 in Seaforth at 7:30. Also tonight, Game 1 between the Ripley Wolves and the Milverton Four-Wheel Drives. That one getting underway in just a few moments. At 7:30 tonight, Tilsonburg hosting Game 1 against the Shelburne Muskies. And on the Senior A side, a best 2 out of 3 series between the Lucknow Lancers and the Yellora Rocks begins tonight in Lucknow at a 7:30 start. The winner of that series goes on to face the Petrolia Squires. In the other Senior A series, Shallow Lake and Tavistock get underway next weekend. All right. We will be set to go here in just a few moments. And we'll let you know, we'll run through last night's box score while we have an opportunity. It was a 5-4 game for Durham. Chris Brown opened the scoring at 7:33 on the power play. Then again at 9:40, it was Bill Terpstra again on the power play. Chris Brown again at 14:01 made it 3-0 for Durham, and then the Winterhawks started the comeback at 14:40. It was Brian Kazarian on the rebound from Chris Menard and Blake Underwood. At 16:25, Brent McDermott fanned on the one-timer from Greg Tatey, but as luck would have it for Brent McDermott, the puck hit him on the skate and redirected into the net. That made it 3-2. Kazarian's second of the night, 31 seconds into the second period, made it 3-3 from Hopkin and Menard. And then at 12:47, Lachlan Elder all alone in front. And that one was from Miles McLean and Justin Ainsley. Durham got it back with 1:10 left in the second period on the power play again. Jim Hutchinson from Brown. And then in the third period, Durham was given a 2-minute 5-on-3 power play, and the Winterhawks almost killed it off with about 34 seconds left in the penalty. Justin Graham scored to make it 5-4, and that was the final. The shots on goal last night were 43-42 in favor of Durham. Durham was 4 for 6 on the power play. The Winterhawks were 0 for 3. So Zamboni is done, and we will have teams coming out shortly. And for that, we will turn it over to public address announcer John Davinsky.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Saugeen Shores Winterhawks Playoff Hockey. Hawks are in a battle with the Durham Thundercats, with the Cats holding a 1-0 lead in their best of 7 AA quarterfinal series. We need a win on home ice to even the score. Tonight's game is sponsored by Carry Optical. Carry Optical, 281 Cottage Street in Port Elgin. Your officials for tonight's game, your referees are Ryan Hollister of Hanover and Curtis Harding of Fordwich. Your linesmen are Aaron Harding of Fordwich and Tim Walter of Owen Sound. And now, please welcome your Bruce Telecom flag bearers tonight. They're from the Saugeen Storm Adam C. Girls. The girls are one of the 35 teams participating in the Caitlin Cobain Memorial International Girls Silver Stick Tournament. The tournament runs 3 days with the finals right here at the Flex tomorrow. Your Adam C. Girls are Megan McNabb, Ryan Bursey, Kylie Upton, Diane McNabb, Jayra Johnson, Mae Dunlop, Jade Megan, Caitlin McDonald, Micah Harris, Avery Martindale, and Gracie Foster. On the hand for our girls.
You can't hear him with that.
And now, some noise for your Saugeen Shores.
It's not that, like for the kids and stuff, you wouldn't be able to hear it. There might be certain times you might want to turn it on so that you can hear it, and most of the time not. You know what I mean? That's so you can think about it. I'm not.
Fans, on Wednesday, January 31st, The father of Hawks goalie Jeff Flagler, John Joseph Jack Flagler, passed away, surrounded by the love and support of his family. Jack Flagler was only 69. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks and the Durham Thundercats, players and staff, ask you to rise if you're able for a moment of silence and reflection in the passing of Mr. Jack Flagler. Thank you. Our condolences to the Flagler family. Now we ask you to remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, done by Barry Folland.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot law, and all thy sons from hand, with glowing hearts we see thee right, the true north strong and free, from tar and white, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. But keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Barry Folland with the national anthem. We are set to go here in Port Elgin. Your starting netminders for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks, number 31, Richard Harris. And for the Durham Thundercats, number 29, Gatlin Burt. Both goalies were in last night. Both goalies made 38 saves. And here we are in game 2. Winterhawks starting the line of Miles McLean, Brent McDermott, and Lachlan Elder, with Nick Quaid and Josh Hopkin on defense. Durham responding with their big line. It is Quentin Bruce, Randy Cox, and tonight it is Trevor Hewson on the wing. So perhaps Durham spreading the wealth a little bit as Chris Brown is not out with that line, at least to start. Josh Hopkin dumping it in to start this game. Durham Thundercats in their road blacks. The Saugeen Shores Winterhawks in their home whites. Quentin Bruce bringing it in. Bruce stops up into Nixon. Shot stopped by Harris. Rebound is there. Loose puck. They score! 19 seconds in. And it is Trevor Hewson, I believe, getting the goal, banging it in. So it's 1-0 Durham right off the bat here. We'll have a little delay here as there's a problem with the net in the Durham zone. It looks like it wasn't aligned properly. Looks like the net is now satisfactory. We'll get back to playing here. 1-0 for Durham, 19 seconds in.
Durham goal scored by number 16, Trevor Hewson. Assists, number 5, Randy Cox. And number 6, Tyler Nixon. Time of goal, 19 seconds.
Puck tipped into the Saugeen Shore zone. Harris will fall on it and get the face-off. Not in the lineup tonight for the Winterhawks, number 5, Jacob Brown, number 12, Jay Thompson, number 15, Mike Smales, number 28, Curtis Johnston, number 97, Alex Kuntz, and number 34, Jeff Flagler. Kazarian wins the draw. Anetta around the boards. Menard will pick it up. Knocked down by Kazarian. He bumps it into the Durham zone. Bird out to play it. Fires it around the boards. Tatey pinches in. Back the other way comes Durham. Justin Graham leaving it. And it is played in behind the net. Chris Menard picking it up and coming back the other way, 2-on-2 with Underwood. Menard with speed, stopped by Bird, and he'll hang on as that loose puck was there. And Menard and Bird having words again after they had quite a few of them last night. And perhaps we'll see the Winterhawks make life a little more difficult for Mr. Burt tonight. Fraz, shot off the draw, stop, rebound, knocked down, loose puck. Hawk shots, missed just wide of the net. Andy Fraz. Underwood up in the air, loose puck at the side of the net, and Trevor Smith will put it in behind the net. Chasing after it is Hawk. Van Dyke turns it over. Van Dyke again, out to center ice. Justin Ainsley will shoot it in. Backhanded out and down the ice. Jim Hutchinson chasing after it. Hutchinson shot well wide of the net. It'll come out the other side, and Hawk will knock it out to center. Kyler Nixon over to Matheson. Nixon up to Hutchinson. He flips it in. After it is Hopkin. He chips it up to Patton, to Andy Mitchell. Mitchell off a skate, and Matheson will pick it up for Durham. Flipped out to the neutral zone. Nick Quaid. Quaid back out to the neutral zone. Chris King after it. Kyler Nixon. Played into the Saugeen Shore zone. Harris out of the net. Chris King, stick lifted. In the corner. It is Betts battling with Hopkin for the puck. Kicked up to McDermott. Lifted out McHagg. Back it goes Longland. Settling it down. He's hit hard by McHagg. And Longland slow to get up. And he's headed to the bench. 2-on-1 the other way. McDermott. Elder. McDermott. Another score! Lachlan Elder! He won't get an assist for it, but James McHagg with the big hit took the defenseman out of the play, and that created the 2-on-1 the other way.
Winterhawks goal scored by number 37, Lachlan Elder. Assist number 27, Brent McDermott.
Shot deflects wide.
13, Miles McLean.
Out to center, Van Dyke plays it back in. Around the far side, Elder.
From McDermott and McLean.
Point, Van Dyke, blocked! Breakaway, Brent McDermott! McDermott in alone, Brent McDermott! Up the air on top of the net. And Brett McDermott in alone, and the puck flipped up in the air and landed on top of the net. That's about as unlucky as you can get, or I guess lucky if you're Gatlin Burke, but that was very nearly a Winterhawks goal there. Kazarian. Ainsley shot, stopped by Bird, and he'll hang on for the faceoff. 16:03 left in the first period here, 1-1 tie.
Plenty of prizes to give away tonight. Get your lucky programs ready. We've got a gift certificate from Roland's Independent Grocer. If you have
Justin Graham firing one in. And Harris will jump on that one and hang on for the faceoff.
We also have a gift certificate from Rosner Service Center. If your lucky program number is 031, all prizes announced tonight can be picked up in the lobby area.
Trevor Smith picking it up off the draw. Smith skating out of trouble. Smith far side. Blake Underwood off his skate and into the Durham zone. He's after it. Kyler Nixon flips it up on the boards. And away comes Chris Brown into the middle. And a nice tic-tac-toe there, but Matheson couldn't finish it off. Menard into the middle. Down the ice it goes. That will go for icing. No, it won't. It was waved off. That was strange. Chris Brown, that was blatant icing as that puck goes into the netting and out of play. 15-18 remaining here in the first period. It is a 1-1 tie in Game 2 between the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks and Durham Thundercats. Winterhawks control off the draw. Nick Quaid shoots it through just wide of the net. Fraz after it. Ben Davis, pass up. Hutchinson grabs it. Knocked off the puck by Anetta. Shot in on Harris and he makes the save. And he'll hang on for the faceoff. In the corner, Quaid bodied by Hutchinson. Loose puck, nobody can find it. And Quaid will knock it around the far side to Hopkin. Hopkin up the boards and out to center. Longland puts it back. Hopkin will pick that up. Pass up. Terpstra can't handle that. Hopkin will get it. Andy Mitchell over the line. Mitchell with Hawk going to the net. Mitchell circling wide. And he skated himself into the corner. Mitchell around. McCagg after it. McCagg around the boards. Terpstra after that one. Tatey holding it in. Shot down the ice, no icing. Both teams changing as Anetta comes back to get it. McCagg. Patton loses the puck. McCagg back to Anetta. Up to King. Chris King couldn't get away from the Durham defenders there. Dean Nixon bringing it in. Shot blocked by Tatey. McCagg. McCagg with it. He's got Tatey and Patton, but he couldn't find them there, and it's played back to the Durham defense. Shot in. Harris will leave it for Tatey. And that is shot down the ice, and that will be icing with 13:23 to play here in the first period. 1-1 tie between Durham and Saugeen Shores. Quick out-of-town scoreboard update. Milverton has a 1-0 lead on Ripley, 7 minutes into Game 1 there. Matheson, and that knocked down with a high stick. Face-off will come outside. Loose puck batted up in the air, comes down, and it is out to center, and pinballing back and forth as Kyler Nixon picks that up. Matheson into the middle. Cox falls down as he tried to play that in his skates. Matheson, his shot blocked. Trevor Smith, puck popping up in the air again, bouncing all over the place. Brent McDermott in the Durham zone, plays it down low to Miles McLean. Matheson gets it for Durham. And McDermott might have got away with one there as he got his stick in on Matheson, but play continues. Ainsley, as that puck is shot down the ice, and that'll be icing. .12:29 left. Hopkin. McDermott. Pass too far for Menard. Menard racing in, and Burt, as Menard leaps up over top of Burt. And that was nearly, that could have been a fairly disastrous collision for Mr. Burt, because Menard was coming in hard, and he just leapt up over top of him. And I'm sure Mr. Burt would have handled that pretty well, as is his reputation. And that is icing. I'll come back to the Durham zone.
That's the Saugeen Shores Fire Department. Wants you to make sure you have smoke alarms that are working. That smoke alarm picture we have at Center Ice is a reminder to check your smoke alarms regularly. And if you have program number 105,
Justin Graham gets it out to center for Durham. Chip back out to the neutral zone. Brown hit to the boards by Underwood. Hopkin in the skates of the linesman. Kazarian will get it. Up to Underwood. Backhanded in, Underwood looking out front, can't get the pass away. And he is bodied by a couple of defenders there. Kazarian taken to the ice there. Chris Brown is on top of Kazarian. And the puck is shot back in. I guess it's no holds barred tonight. As long as it's both ways, let them go. Trent Hawk, shot stopped by Bird, and he'll hang on for the face-off. In the corner, Brent McDermott with some space. McDermott gets, he almost was able to get around Davis, but he couldn't quite do it. McLean, shot into the zone. Elder after it. Nixon ends up with it. Dean Nixon to center. Fired in. Anetta over to get it. Eric Anetta, pass into the middle. Too far for McDermott. And it will be Hutchinson picking it up for Durham, and he'll dump it in. Terpstra after it on Tatey. Bodied to the boards. Centering pass up, they score! Hutchinson! As he wasn't covered in front, and it's 2-1 for Durham. The man wasn't picked up in front there. And it is 2-1 for Durham.
Durham goal scored by number 21, Jim Hutchinson. Assist number 24, Bill Terpstra. And number 8, Ben Davis. Time of the Durham goal.
So the goal reads Hutchinson from Terpstra and Davis at 9:26. It is 2-1 for Durham. We are just about at the halfway point of the first period here. In the neutral zone, Randy Cox over to Houston. Penalty coming to Ainsley. And it will be an interference call, I'm betting. I'm not sure what he was supposed to do there as the man slid into him. And Ainsley will go 2 minutes here. Nixon over to Brown. Back to Nixon.
2 minutes for interference at 10:13.
Quentin Bruce. Randy Cox. Back out to Nixon. Brown. Nixon. Shot. Rebound is there. They score. Randy Cox. Randy Cox makes it 3-1 on the power play. We'll get the scoring.
Goal scored by number 5, Randy Cox. Assist number 6, Tyler Nixon. And number 21, Jim Hutchinson. Time of the goal, 10:38.
Pass into the neutral zone. Hopkin up to Patton. Patton into the slot. Too far for McKegg. Hopkin trying to knock it down. Gets it over to the far side. Tremble up, and it's McKegg. Over to the far side, nobody over there. Schwint around the boards to Longland. Backhanded in. Underwood couldn't play it there, and Terpstra will pick it up for Durham. Dean Nixon. Blake Underwood with Menard going to the net. Underwood shot, and Burt makes the save there.
Fans, if you haven't done so, a reminder to pick up your 50/50 tickets. If you have done so, pick up some more. Right now, the jackpot stands at $280. And Saugeen Shores Winterhawks are sharing this 50/50 jackpot tonight.
Shot, stop, rebound there, Kazarian. Off the rebound, off the side of the net, and a penalty coming to Durham.
$80 in the jackpot so far.
Penalty to Durham here. It is going to be a hook. And I think it's going to be Dean Nixon. Kazarian with Underwood and Menard, Quaid and Hopkin on the points, and that puck is ringed around the boards off the draw, and it will be knocked out by
Number 11, Dean Nixon. 2 minutes for hooking at 11:49. It's a Winterhawks Lord Algon Fish and Chips power play, and we need some noise from our fans.
Matheson will shoot it in. Quaid setting things up. Nick Quaid. Over to Menard. Into the middle, Underwood. Kazarian. Bouncing puck. Kazarian settles it down. Behind the net, Underwood. Underwood back to the point, Quaid. Over. Too far for Hopkin. Hopkin behind the net. Kazarian off his shin pad. And it will be Kyler Nixon picking it up and shooting it down the ice. 1:10 left in the penalty to Dean Nixon. Brent McDermott leaving it for Miles McLean. Shooting it in deep. Hits the stanchion, it comes out front. Nobody was ready for that one though. Elder. Again, in off the glass. And you know the Winterhawks, they know this rink well. They know the puck hits that Zamboni door and pops out. Trevor Smith can't handle the bouncing puck. 36 seconds left in the penalty. Harris out to play it around the boards. Miles McLean into the feet of Chris King. King shooting it in, taking a hit. Gatlinburg couldn't play that one. Miles McLean, 10 seconds left in the penalty as it's shot down the ice again. I don't think the Winterhawks have had a shot on this power play. So they've largely just been retrieving the puck from their own zone. As the penalty comes to an end, back to 5-on-5. Mitchell to Fraz. Fraz going wide. Mitchell. And that didn't make it to the net. Penalty coming to Durham. Out front, nobody home. Better make sure that puck's not heading for the net, but didn't have enough steam on it. And it will be a slash, and it will be on Kyler Nixon. Menard shot wide of the net.
Number 6, Kyler Nixon, 2 minutes for slashing at 14:09. Another Lord Elgin Fish and Chips power play. Should the Hawks score, someone's going to win. Give it for 2. Let's make some noise. Cheer them on.
Ryan Kazarian playing it deep. Kazarian after it. Shot down the ice again. Harris knocks that one down. Plays it over to Quaid. Quaid. Kazarian. Knocked down by Menard. Menard trying to get loose in on Schwint, but he couldn't. And that puck is shot down the ice. Winterhawks on their second power play, but they've yet to get anything going. Just a little too slow. Entering the zone as that pass is too far. Trevor Smith. Brent McDermott chasing after it. Harris. McLean. There you go. Smith. Scores! Off the body and in! Trevor Smith! I think that's going to be Trevor Smith's goal. I think it hit the Durham defender and deflected past Birch. That's why it's never a bad idea to shoot the puck, especially if there's traffic in front. It's 3-2. So it's Tread Hawk from Trevor Smith and Miles McLean.
From Smith and McLean.
Derek Matheson back for Durham. He's watched by Connor Patton. James McKegg tries to knock that down, and it is offside with 4:03 to play here in the first period. 3-2 for the Durham Thundercats. Matheson shooting it in for Durham. Trevor Smith. Cox pinned to the boards by Smith. Right in front, Nixon toe drag, and he's knocked off the puck. Hawk tries to get it out. He does. Mitchell to Fraz, puck at his feet, and he couldn't do much with that one. And Nixon will pick it up for Durham as he's driven into the boards by Mitchell. Nixon hit again as it's shot down the ice, and that will be icing.
We'd like to say congratulations to
3:26 remaining here in the first period. It is 3-2 for the Durham Thundercats.
And Lord Elgin Fish and Chips. You could be a winner as well. Check your lucky program numbers. A Winterhawks 2.
Brian Kazarian to take the draw for the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. He's got Menard and Underwood with Quaid and Hopkin on the points. Draw one by Durham. Schwint around the boards to Longland. Into the middle. It is Chris Brown shooting it deep. Behind the net. Rigney looking out front. Shot off the side of the net. Drops in behind. Longland in the neutral zone. Trick Quaid into Menard. Menard tried to tip that in. Knocked back into the neutral zone. Quaid over to Underwood. Underwood with Kazarian. Kazarian shot just wide of the net. Rebound came out, and it was knocked aside. Brian Kazarian with 2 goals last night. Nick Quaid into the middle, turned over to Davis. And in the Winterhawks get it back. It is Lachlan Elder. He's got Underwood going to the net. Elder going wide out front. Couldn't get the pass in front. Battle behind the net.
Fans in between periods, you're welcome to come up to the Rotary Hall. And it's kind of special tonight. We have organic lip balm and lava bead bracelets. All proceeds going to the Caitlin Cobain Community Crusaders. This Pay It Forward Challenge is brought to you by the Saugeen Shore Storm.
Durham controls off the draw. Nixon up to Terpstra.
And the Rotary Hall.
Played in deep, Tatey. In the corner, Terpstra and Tatey. McLean ends up with it, over to Elder. Elder. Over to McLean, bouncing puck. And it's knocked back out in the neutral zone. Anetta. Around the boards to Burt. He'll leave it there as McDermott comes in after it. Anetta bodies Hutchinson. In the corner, McDermott with Dean Nixon. Hutchinson out to center. Quentin Bruce will pick it up. He's one-on-one with Tatey. Shot off of the mask of Harris and out to center. And that is icing. And Quentin Bruce is arguing that it hit his stick, and it did, but it is icing. Center ice it will be. It did hit Quentin Bruce's stick. Shot into the Saugeen Shore zone. Trevor Smith plays it back. Ainsley around the boards. Trent Hawk leaving it for Mitchell. Mitchell fights off a check but loses the puck. And it is back into the Saugeen Shore zone. Ainsley. Minute 5 left in the period. Ainsley to the middle. Chasing after it is Andy Mitchell. They bang into the boards with Nixon. Out foot. And Hawk couldn't get a stick on that one. It's back the other way. Quentin Bruce with Hewson. He's offside. And play continues. Right out front, and Harris makes the save there as Bruce takes an extra whack. 41.4 seconds left in the first period. And the face-off will come outside because Derek Matheson used his brain and came into the scrum. So the face-off is outside. Face-off in the neutral zone, just in front of the Winterhawks bench. 41.4 seconds left in the first period, 3-2 for Durham. Face-off into the one into the Durham zone. Schwint cleared down the ice, comes out into the middle. Knocked away, Underwood in his feet. Menard will play it down. 22 seconds left in the period. Menard out front, Kazarians just wide of the net. Loose puck on the side, Menard shot, comes out to Hopkins, backhander blocked. 12 seconds left, shot off. Durham defenseman and out of play. 10 seconds exactly left. Face off in the Durham zone. McLean mucking the draw, goes off to the side there. And it will be a 3-2 lead for Durham after 20 minutes. And lots of conversation on the Durham bench, drawing the attention of the officials.
In the first period for Durham, 8, for Saugeen Shores, 11.
All right, we'll be back with the second period in about 15 minutes. Stay with us. Welcome back. Second period about to get underway here in Port Elgin. It is 3-2 for the Durham Thundercats. After one period of play, Durham opened the scoring 19 seconds into this game. Trevor Hewson from Randy Cox and Kyler Nixon. The Winterhawks answered back at 3:16. It was Lachlan Elder from Brent McDermott and Miles McLean. And then at 9:26, Jim Hutchinson from Bill Terpstra and Ben Davis. At 10:38 on the power play, it was Randy Cox from Kyler Nixon and Hutchinson. And then at 15:31 on the power play, Trent Hawk from Trevor Smith and Miles McLean. And that gives us a 3-2 score after 20 minutes. Shots on goal through the first 20 minutes of play, 11-8 in favor of the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks. And that's where we stand right now. All right, both teams out here for the second period. And it will be Winterhawks starting the line of Andy Mitchell, Trent Hawk, and Andy Fraz. Justin Ainsley and Trevor Smith on the points. And it will be Randy Cox with Trevor Hewson and Quentin Bruce for Durham as the puck is won back into the Durham zone to start this period. Mitchell in, Fraz stopped by Burt, rebound, and it is cleared away by Durham. Trevor Hewson picking it up, over to Matheson. Shot stopped by Harrison, he'll hang on for the faceoff.
That's on the other town scoreboard on the playoff action in the WOAA. Milverton has a 3-1 lead on Ripley playing in the second. That's the first game of their series. Also the first game, Shelburne and Tilsonburg are tied at 1. And it's Clinton 2, Uranus no score, playing in the first period.
Around the boards. Hopkin to Quaid. Quaid selling the puck down into Kazarian, and it's into the Durham zone. Burt off the boards, Kazarian. Back around Underwood. Out front, and it will be Longland. Puck pops up in the air, and it is Harris knocking that one down. Underwood, far side. Menard offside. On a late whistle there.
Fans, the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks would like to wish Chloe Lalonde a happy 13th birthday. This also comes from Sophia Sabra. Happy birthday to Chloe Lalonde, 13 years young.
Draw controlled by Durham. Van Dyke over to Dean Nixon. Penalty coming to the Winterhawks. And there's the whistle. And it will be James McKegg. So James McKegg heads off. Durham to the power play. They're 1 for 1 so far tonight, 5 for 7 in this series. Trevor Smith knocks his man down there, gets his stick back. Quentin Bruce shot, stopped by Harris. The rebound is stopped again along the boards. Randy Cox coming out front, dragging in, shot, stopped by Harris, and it is cleared away and down the ice. And Randy Cox yapping at the referee all the way to the bench. Penalty coming to Durham. Slap interference on Kyler Nixon. That's the end of that power play.
Wow. That was Bird picked up like he picked up a stick for him. I was like, whoa, what's happening there?
Interference on Kyler Nixon. Oh, pardon me, it's Chris Brown. 4-on-4 for a minute and 18 seconds. And then the Winterhawks will have a 42-second power play.
Durham penalty to number 9, Chris Brown. 2 minutes for interference.
Menard back out of the point to Nick Quaid. Into the far corner. Picking it up is Graham. Knocked down by Hopkin. Plays it over to the far side, and Quaid will pick that up. Quaid spins back. Into the middle to Hopkin. Hopkin passes it to nobody, and Graham comes back the other way into the middle. Quaid up to Underwood. Underwood with Menard going to the net. Underwood gets around. Underwood driving to the net. Underwood couldn't get much of a shot away there, and Burt has it, and he smothers it up. And Graham after Hopkin. .41 seconds left in the 4-on-4, and then a brief Winterhawks power play. Assuming there are no more power play or penalties between now and then. Draw one by Durham, Randy Cox. Pass too far for Bruce. Back come the Winterhawks the other way, Brent McDermott. McDermott gains the line. He's got McLean. Over to McLean. McLean. Ainsley sneaking in. McLean in the corner, skating to McDermott. McDermott plays it back into the corner. Nixon and McLean after it. Matheson. Bruce with some space. Quentin Bruce bringing it in. Driving to the net. Harris turns that one aside. Penalty over. And it's a Winterhawks power play. Trevor Smith trying to go get the puck. Bruce ragging the puck, taking time off the power play. Trevor Smith to center. Smith, McDermott. McDermott gains the line. McDermott with Kazarian, and he's got Menard. 18 seconds left in the penalty. Hutchinson gets it out. And it is shot down in the Saugeen Shore zone. That'll do it for the power play. And it's stolen by Ben Davis. Breaking in, Ben Davis over the net. Terpstra cutting to the net. Walked right in. He scores. Bill Terpstra was allowed to walk right in, and he scored. Nobody on him, they just watched him. And it is 4-2 for Durham on a goal by Bill Terpstra. That is just some poor defensive play right there, because Terpstra walked out of the corner, walked right to the net, and Nobody touched him.
Durham goal scored by number 24, Bill Terpstra. Assist, number 21, Jim Hutchinson. Time of goal, 4:21.
Right in front, and another opportunity there for Durham as Winterhawks having all sorts of trouble covering up in their own zone as Tatey battles in the boards there. Tatey gets it up to Patton. Far side McKegg. McKegg's got King going to the net. Shot stopped by Burt. Patton up front. McKegg, he missed the net. King leaves it behind the net. Nobody over there. Turned back by the Thundercats. Randy Cox with Bruce going to the net, stopped by Harris. Rebound is there and it's loose. And it is Andy Mitchell picking it up. Andy Mitchell going wide. Plays it deep and gets around. Andy Mitchell with a loud shift here. Fraz back out to the point, Ainsley. Ainsley shoots off of Fraz and well wide. And Harris will cover up there with 14:01 to play.
For 50-50 tickets, of course, we're going to give the shirt off the back of a Winterhawks player between the second and third period. And we've got cash draw coming up too. If you have a blue ticket and you have this number 702-8815, 702-8815.
Trevor Smith around. Lachlan Elder. To McLean. McLean with some space. Miles McLean shot. And Burt got a glove on that one. Puck on the back of the net. McDermott trying to get out front. And it is cleared out to center. Ainsley. And off the netting and out of play, and the face-off will come back in the neutral zone. 13:29 left in the second period here, 4-2 for Durham. Second period goal by Bill Terpstra. Pass turned over there by Quaid as passed it to the Durham player, Kazarian, back around to Quaid. Quaid up to Underwood. Underwood going wide. Losing the puck, and back comes Durham the other way. Shot deflected into the corner. Rigney looking out front, he's knocked down. Hopkin to Menard. Chris Menard over to Underwood. Underwood with Menard going to the net. Hopkin to the net. Burt makes the save. Menard knocks his man down and he'll get a penalty for that. Interference on Menard. Two minutes for interference on Menard. And a 10 to Dean Nixon. Ten-minute misconduct to Dean Nixon. Andy Mitchell to take the draw.
Penalties to Saugeen Shores, number 41, Chris Bernard, 2 minutes for interference at 7:13. To Durham, number 11, Dean Nixon.
Penalty coming to Durham here.
Misconduct, also at 7:13.
And it is a high stick, and it'll be on Chris Brown. Pardon me, on Jim Hutchinson, so. So 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 45 seconds, and then a 15-second power play for the Winterhawks. And there's more. Looks like it's going to be a timeout for Durham.
Durham has called the 30-second timeout.
Hey, was he? Good. In the corner. Cox after it, McLean on him. Back around the corner, Matheson.
Durham
Quentin Bruce.
Number 21, Jim Hutchinson. 2 minutes for high sticking at 7:28.
Anetta plays it in around the boards to Greg Tatey. Tatey plays it out to the neutral zone. Nixon around his own net, watched by McDermott. Davis shooting, blocked. That puck hops up into the glove of Richard Harris. 55 seconds left in the 4-on-4 before the brief Winterhawks power play.
Certificate from Roland's Independent Grocer. The lucky program number is 024. 024. Congratulations.
Longland. Underwood can't get it out. Cutting to the net. Backhander doesn't make it to the net. Trevor Smith steers it away. Houston runs into Smith. Patton to Underwood. Underwood. Trevor Smith. Going wide in the corner. Plays it in behind the net. Nobody there except for Houston. And that puck is shot out to the neutral zone. Connor Patton. Kazarian tips it in. Bird out to play it. Leaves it for Van Dyke. Van Dyke up to Houston. 10 seconds left in the penalty to Menard. Big pass up, Elder too far for him, and that'll be icing with 10:47 left. 10:47 left in the second period, 4-2 for Durham.
107, that's 107. Carry Optical giving away another Winterhawks shirt to number 129. Carry Optical, the sponsors of tonight's game.
Randy Cox. Schwint knocked down by Kazarian, couldn't get it back. Cox steals. Kazarian, or Quaid, puts it back to the neutral zone. Long pass. And a shot down into the Saugeen Shore zone. Quentin Bruce watched by Hopkin. Bruce again in the corner with Hopkin. The battle is on. Hutchinson comes in there and throws a hit. Matheson off the glass. Mitchell tries to knock that down out front, and Menard couldn't get a handle on that one. Burt and Menard at it again. And it is out to center. Shot in by Durham. Tatey after it. Rigney in there. Tatey around the boards. Fraz waiting for it. Rigney. Out front, Fraz tips it away. Nixon plays it in behind the net. Nanetta around the boards. And it comes out to center. After it is Chris Brown. Brown over to the far side. Over Nixon's stick. He'll get it off the boards and spin back. Nixon spinning away from Mitchell. Around the boards to Van Dyke. Back to Nixon. 9 minutes to go here in the second period. 4-2 for Durham. Ainsley knocked down and a penalty will come to Durham. And it will be Justin Graham. So Winterhawks power play. This one the full 2 minutes.
Penalty to number 22, Justin Graham. 2 minutes for interference at 11:05. We need
Lachlan Elder.
Winterhawks power play.
Elder bringing it in. Elder losing the puck. It's in his feet. Gets it back. Elder with Longland all over him. Comes in behind the net. It is Brent McDermott looking out front. McDermott guarding the puck. Patton picks it up. Patton back to the point. Trevor Smith hops over his stick. And the Winterhawks will have to clear. Elder. Elder. Shot down the ice. Ben Davis and Elder get tied up with each other. Matheson clears it down the ice. Harris will come out to play it. Short-handed shot, opportunity there for Cox, stolen by Kazarian. Stolen back by Cox. Knocked down. Josh Hopkin will pick it up. 41 seconds left in the penalty. Underwood, Kazarian, shot, rebound there, and Hopkin fires it wide of the net. Josh Hopkin had an open net and he fired it wide. Kazarian in for Underwood. Matheson gets it. Matheson with it. And it will be Quaid over to Kazarian. Into Underwood. 12 seconds left in the penalty. Underwood spins back. Back to the point, Quaid. And Underwood loses it. Quaid. Shot from, fakes the shot. Underwood. Menard, shot blocked. Nick Quaid. 5-on-5. Around it goes. Kazarian back. Quaid shot high over the net. Hopkin, it hit a stanchion and it'll come out to center. And it is offside with 6:35 to play here in the second period. 4-2 for Durham.
Lucky program number 69, or if you have program number 109, you will get a hat as well. And lucky 13 wins a Winterhawks 2.
Anetta knocked down by Hawk. Burt steals that one aside. Mitchell spins away from the check. Mitchell spinning away, trying to get around Van Dyke. Burt is already down in the net waiting for this one. And it will be cleared out to center. Tremble dumps it in. Fourth line shift here for Durham. Hawk, Mitchell, cleared up and down the ice. Matheson back to get it for Durham. And Tremble will knock it in. And it is Schwint for Durham. King, delayed offside as he comes back the other way. Chris King, dumped in. Stolen by McKegg, shot, rebound, and Craig couldn't pick it up. McKegg again, looking out front. Loose puck, Smith shot, stop, rebound is there, and Bird has it on the glove save. Couple opportunities there. Matter of time, 5:18 left in the second period, 4-2 for Durham. Miles McLean to take the draw. Ainsley plays it around. McDermott. McLean back to the point. Trevor Smith shot, stopped by Burt. And it is cleared down the ice. Trevor Smith. Pass hits a skate. McLean up to Elder. Longland in the corner, hit by McDermott. Cleared out by Bruce. And down the ice. Ainsley back to get it. Long pass up, breakaway pass. And that is icing. 4:22 left in the second period.
Right now, the cash jackpot stands at $420. The other proceeds going to the Saugeen Memorial Hospital Foundation, a worthy cause. You'll have time between the second and third periods to purchase your...
And they'll do it again as Burt covers up off the draw.
The ticket is drawn just prior to the start of the third period. Good luck to everyone.
Kyler Nixon. In on Harrison, he'll hang on for the face-off. Nick Quaid around the boards. Josh Hopkin up to Menard, into Underwood. Underwood going wide on Matheson. Bouncing puck. And Quaid has the stick slashed out of his hands, but that's okay. And the play continues. Harris is down as the man goes into him. So Durham could have had a couple of penalties there, but in the end they have none. Graham went careening into Harris, and before that, Nick Quaid had the stick slashed out of his hands. And now Burt and Menard are having a discussion. 10-minute misconduct for Chris Menard. So it's a 10-minute misconduct for Menard, or pardon me, for, Menard. Longland.
Saugeen Shores penalty to number 41, Chris Menard, a 10-minute misconduct at 16:20.
Out front, Harris down. Puck turned aside. Davis. Loose puck played in behind the net by Hutchinson, off the back of the net. Battle in the corner, Tatey and Davis. Mitchell fires it around the glass. Longland holds it in. Mitchell knocks that down. Hawk knocked down with a high stick there, but played over to Tatey. Hawk plays it in. Quentin Bruce the other way. Bruce shot high over the net. Out to center. Andy Mitchell after it. Gets it by Andy Mitchell. Penalty coming there to Bruce. Running big interference there on Andy Mitchell. I don't think it's a could. It's going to. Quentin Bruce gets 2 minutes for interference. He hit Andy Mitchell long before he was able to get to the puck. So Winterhawks power play here. Miles McLean with Brent McDermott, Chris King with Lachlan Elder and Trevor Smith on the points. Winterhawks win the draw. Trevor Smith. Shot wide of the net. And Gatlinburg hangs on there. Draw one by McLean. Trevor Smith holds it in. Smith back over to McDermott. McDermott down low, McLean. Elder at the point. Smith holds it in. Elder. Shot deflects high into the netting and out of play, and the faceoff will be in the Durham zone. 1:36 left in the period. Hopkin, offside.
Fans of Saugeen Shores Winterhawks would like to wish a special happy 40th birthday tomorrow to our equipment manager, Trevor Neeson. Thanks for all your hard work, Trevor, and happy birthday.
Josh Hopkin up to Kazarian. Kazarian in over the line, and it is offside as Patton got tangled up with the Durham player. Schwint Hopkin. Shot back down the ice. Winterhawks not a lot of speed entering the zone, and Durham is picking it off. Nick Quaid overskates the puck. Bouncing around. Silver Stick here this weekend. The ice has been well used and it's not in great shape. Not that it ever really is. Played into the Saugeen Shores zone. 41 seconds left in the penalty to Bruce. Pass. Way off target there.
Last minute of play in the second period.
1 minute to go in the period. Brent McDermott leaving it for McLean. McLean far side to Elder. Elder. McDermott into the middle. Hawk. McLean scores! Miles McLean! Power play goal, Miles McLean, and it's 4-3. Ainsley.
Winterhawks power play goal.
Mitchell shot, stopped by Birch.
13, Miles McLean. Assist number 91, Trent Hawk. And number 27, Brent McDermott. Time of the power play goal, 19-19.
Patton runs over his man, loses his stick. 15 seconds left in the period. Behind the net, Kyler Nixon. Taken into the board, stolen. Patton trying to get it back, 6 seconds left in the period. And it will be Bruce shooting it down the ice on Harris, as that will do it for the second period. It is 4-3 for the Durham Thundercats heading to the third period.
Shots on goal in the second period for Saugeen Shores 11. For a two-period total of 22. For Durham 9. For a two-period total of 7.
We will be back in about 15 minutes time with the third period. Stay with us. Welcome back. Third period about to get underway here in Port Elgin. It is 4-3 for the Durham Thundercats after 2 periods of play. Durham with a goal in the second period. Bill Terpstra from Jim Hutchinson at 4:19. And then the Winterhawks respond at 19-19 on the power play. Miles McLean from Trent Hawk and Brent McDermott. Shots on goal through two periods of play. 22-17 in favor of Saugeen Shores. Chris Menard will be serving a misconduct for the first 6 minutes of the third period. Here we go. Third period coming up. Mitchell, Patton, and Fraz starting out for the Winterhawks with Nick Quaid and Josh Hopkin. It will be Cox, Hewson, and it looks like it will be Quentin Bruce. Kyler Nixon and Derek Matheson on the points. We are underway. Durham Thundercats in the road black. Saugeen Shores Winterhawks in white. Andy Mitchell through the middle. Mitchell can't get the shot away. And it is cleared out and down the ice. And that will be icing 20 seconds into the third period here.
Congratulations to Tom Kelly, who picks up the dinner for 2 at Lord Elgin Fish and Chips, because the Saugeen Shores Winterhawks scored on a power play right at the end of the second period. Tom Kelly, dinner for 2.
Draw one by Durham and cleared out and down the ice. In on Richard Harris, he'll cover up. Busy weekend for Richard Harris. He gets the night off tomorrow night, though. Wismar Whalers with the Super Bowl Battle of the Bars taking on Allen's Fireside in Southampton tomorrow afternoon. Pretty sure Turk has the net tomorrow night. Around the boards, Lachlan Elder. Turned over. Shot high up into the netting and out of play, and the face-off will be in the Saugeen Shores zone.
More playoff senior hockey. Milton has a 4-3 lead on Brickley now. The first game of their series, it's after 2 periods. In the second, Clinton leads Huron East 3-2. After 2 periods of play, Tillsonburg has a 3-1 lead on Shelburne.
Brent McDermott.
In the A playoffs, it's 1-1 between Allura and Lucknow playing in the second period.
Played down, McDermott. Shot, stopped by Burt. Cleared aside. And it will go down the ice. Richard Harris will play it. Greg Tatey. And there's no icing there as Elder gets a piece of it. Burt leaves it for Van Dyke. Elder. And Burt will fall on that one and get the face-off in the Durham zone. 18:40 left here in the third period. 4-3 for the Durham Thundercats. No, thank you. Trevor Smith picking it up in the neutral zone, getting it up to Andy Mitchell. Mitchell spinning back. Mitchell plays it down low to McKegg. McKegg takes a hit. Stolen by Van Dyke. Hutchinson plays it out to the neutral zone. Ainsley after it. Ainsley shooting wide of the net on the knuckle puck. McKegg throws it behind the net. Underwood after it. Rebound comes out. Loose puck, and it's cleared away by Kyler Nixon. Out to center. Trent Hawk picking it up. Hawk. Pass. And cleared out by Durham. Underwood over to Hopkins. And to Kazarian. Kazarian. Hawk. Shot off the shin pad. And wide. Ringed around the boards, and Quaid can't hold it in. Quaid. Up to Hawk. Hawk, Kazarian. And Burt will fall on the puck there and get a face-off. 17:15 to play here.
Somebody's going home with $530. Nice jackpot for tonight. And it's nice for a person with a red ticket. Red ticket, and the winning number is 2180032.
I guess I'm staying here.
0032, the red ticket, $530. Congratulations.
And it is Randy Cox bringing it out to center. Trevor Houston going wide. Shot stopped by Harrison. He'll hang on for the face-off. Mitchell, backhands went out and down the ice. Longland will pick it up and put it back into the neutral zone. Quentin Bruce knocked off the puck. Mitch. Down in behind the net, Hopkins. Around Quaid. Houston centers it off of skate of Fraz. Mitchell takes a hit there from Betts, who hasn't seen much ice time tonight, but he makes that one count. Out in front, Elder. Can't clear the zone. Mitchell does. Tremble. Office gate, Hopkin. McLean over the boards. Shot into the Saugeen Shore zone. 15:50 to go, third period. 4-3 for Durham. Tatey. Lachlan Elder can't step around the defenseman. Loose puck, and it'll be cleared out by Brown. Now that puck will go in on Richard Harris, and he will hang on for the faceoff.
Tomorrow's breakfast, we've got a couple of places for you to go. You can come right back here to the complex, and they will be serving breakfast, pancakes, sausage, $5, from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's all in support of Caitlin Cobain's community.
Right in behind the net. Justin Graham and Tatey battling away.
Children's Foundation. Pancake breakfast here at the Plex. I'll tell you about the other one at the next break.
Tatey and Graham battling. Chris Brown comes away with it. Brown back out to the point. Van Dyke hops over his stick. McDermott after him. Winterhawks regrouping here. Miles McLean over to Anetta. And that was too far for McDermott, and it will be icing.
Another breakfast. This one's a Legion breakfast, and it goes from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Why not go to both? Ham, sausage, potato.
14:58 left here, third period. 4-3 for Durham.
Children 10 and under 6. Proceeds to support the local school breakfast club programs. It's the Legion breakfast at the Royal
King.
Canadian Legion on Green Street in
Chris King to McKegg. McKegg flips it in far side. Connor Patton after it. Loose puck out. And Patton tried to center it there, but it's knocked away. Trevor Smith holding it in. Trevor Smith to the net, centering pass. Comes out to Chris King. King takes a shot, blocked. Trevor Smith shoots. Doesn't get much on it. And it's James McKegg picking it up. McKegg trying to drive the net out front. King, he fanned on the shot, and it will come down into Richard Harris. Harris fires it up the boards. McKegg will be icing, as McKegg couldn't get a stick on it. 14:10 left.
How about a gift certificate from Rosner Service Center if you have program number 099. A gift certificate from Roland's Independent Grocery Stores if you have program number 086.
Far side, Underwood. And a penalty coming, and it will be on the Winterhawks, I believe, a high stick. And it'll be Blake Underwood. On the point, Kyler Nixon. Chris Brown. Blocked pass there by Hopkin. Loose puck, gobbled up by Hutchinson. And man down in front there, and a penalty coming to Durham. It'll be Randy Cox on a high stick. So that power play is over. So, another short-lived Durham power play, and it will be a minute 43 of 4-on-4, and then a 17-second Winterhawks power play, assuming we don't have another penalty in the meantime.
Durham penalty to number 5, Randy Cox. 2 minutes for high sticking at 6:15.
Derek Matheson with some room. Going wide on Hopkin. Matheson, shot into the netting and out of play. And it will be a face-off inside. Checking the out-of-town scoreboard. It is 5-4 for Ripley over Milverton in the third period. 4-1 for Tilsonburg after 2 over Shelburne. 3-2 for Clinton after 2 over Huron East. Greg Tatey with some room. Tatey going wide. Tatey throws the brakes on. Put it into Elder, back to the point, and Anetta couldn't knock that down. Quentin Bruce on him. Loose puck, Bruce on it. Around. Graham. Far side, Dean Nixon. He can't handle the pass, and Elder picks it up. 41 seconds left in the penalty. Back around to Tatey. Tatey leaving it for Brent McDermott, and he's tripped up. No call. Menard to the net. Menard shot stopped by Burt. And away comes Justin Graham. And stopped by Harris, and he hangs on.
Let's go back to our lucky program numbers once again from Perry Optical, sponsors of tonight's game. A Winterhawks shirt belongs to program number 018. That's 018. And we have a Winterhawks hat, 074. 074. One more prize to go.
Out front, loose puck, and Hutchinson couldn't get a stick on that. Winterhawks back the other way, 3-on-2. McDermott with Menard. And that is off a stick and out of play. And the face-off will be in the Durham zone. 12:04 to play here. Winterhawks about to go on the power play for 17 seconds. 2 seconds left in the penalty to Blake Underwood. Kazarian and Menard with Ainsley and Smith. Durham wins the draw. Winterhawks on the power play. Shot down the ice. Trevor Smith. Up to Underwood. Underwood looking out front. Penalty over. Smith plays it in behind the net to Kazarian. Loose puck. Kazarian skates out into the slot. Menard! Oh, and he put the pass across, but nobody was there as Underwood had vacated his spot. Menard back the other way. Drops to Kazarian. Down low. Menard! Menard in. Shot stopped by Birch. Menard knocked down. Held in. And Terpstra will clear it out and down the ice. That'll be icing. And it is icing with 11:02 left in the third period. 4-3 for Durham.
Perry Optical, a Winterhawks 2. And the number is 033. 033. Congratulations to all our winners tonight.
Mitchell with Hawk and Fraz. Draw one by Durham Matheson. Pass up. Houston and Quaid. After it, Quaid dives and knocks it away. Houston gets it back. Behind the net, Quaid steals. Houston knocked down. Around the boards, and it is Hopkin picking it up. Up to Fraz. Fraz with Mitchell going to the net. Behind the net, loose puck. Mitchell gets it back. Mitchell out front, centering pass. Fraz couldn't reach it. Cleared out by Quentin Bruce. Eric Anetta. Tipped in by Hawk. Dean Nixon. Flips it out to center. Pass up to Graham. Pass over to the far side to Bruce. Played down low. Van Dyke knocks it away. Chris King picking it up. Chris King over to Fraz. Fraz clearing it into the zone. King will get it in the corner. He's checked by Nixons. Van Dyke will pick it up, stolen back by Patton. He puts it behind the net. McCaig. He's after it. He takes a hit, but knocks down the puck. Patton, shot, blocked by Van Dyke. And it is Rigney for Durham. Dean Nixon. Pass up on the far side. Deflected in, no icing. Anetta overskates the puck. Out front, loose puck, and Harris has it, and he hangs on for the face-off. Shot by Harris off the draw, and he hangs on. McLean to take the draw. Controlled by Hutchinson out front, knocked away from Terpstra. At the point, Schwint. Played in behind the net. Hutchinson. Ainsley up on the glass. Schwint will hold it in. Around it goes. Trevor Smith after it. Up to McDermott. McDermott. Back to Ainsley. Elder. Hutchinson knocked off the puck. Elder tries to get it back. Ainsley. 8.5 minutes to go. 4-3 for Durham. Schwint off the boards. Picked up by Quaid. Feathers a pass out in the neutral zone, almost turned it over. Nick Quaid. Fighting the puck a bit tonight. Josh Hopkin up to Menard. Hopkin. Underwood bringing it in. Underwood can't get a shot away. Underwood gets it back. Underwood looking out front. Lots of traffic in front. Penalty coming to Durham. And it will be a Winterhawks power play here. It is a high stick. So a huge power play here. And it will be Randy Cox heading off for high sticking. That is his second consecutive high sticking penalty. And the fourth high sticking penalty called tonight. Nick Quaid. Kazarian.
2 minutes for high sticking at 12:13.
Around the boards. Bruce tries to clear it out, can't do it. Hopkin, down low, Kazarian. Kazarian in the slot, Menard, played it into Underwood. Underwood to Kazarian. Kazarian in the slot, Menard, one-timer wide. Quaid, played down low behind the net. Kazarian will pick it up in the corner. Kazarian in the slot, Menard, Quaid! And the shot was blocked, and it's shot down the ice by Durham. And it will be Hopkin back to get it. Winterhawks getting a change here. McLean. Miles McLean. Gaining the line. McLean playing it deep. McDermott after it. Back to McLean. Behind the net, McDermott. Plays it back to McLean. McLean back to the point, Trevor Smith. Smith, McLean. McLean down low, McDermott. McLean back to McDermott. Back to McLean, out front, shot, high over the net, off the netting and out of play, and the face-off will come outside as McLean fires that one well over the net.
He walks home with $530 in our 50-50 draw. The other half going to the Saugeen Memorial Hospital Foundation. The foundation, thank you for your support.
Trevor Smith, Brent McDermott passing his skates. Trent Hawk into McDermott. McDermott shot, stopped by Berg. He gloves it and hangs on for the faceoff. 25 seconds left in the penalty. to Andy Cox. Brent McDermott walking out. McDermott shot wide of the net. McLean down low. 12 seconds left in the penalty. Elder, McLean, Smith. McDermott, 5 seconds left in the penalty. McDermott makes a move. McDermott looking out front. Guarding the puck. Back to 5-on-5. Back to the point. Smith. Shot wide of the net off the backboards. And it will be picked up by Kyler Nixon. And he'll get it up to Hutchinson. Hutchinson with some room. Shooting in on Harris. He knocks that aside. Connor Patton. Mitchell. Mitchell playing it in off the grass. Andy Fraz. Down low. 5.5 minutes to go in regulation. Dean Nixon skating it out. Up to Hutchinson. Hutchinson flips it in. Tatey plays it off the boards and out to center. Connor Patton racing after it. Tries to beat Van Dyke to the puck. And it's ringed around the boards. Held in, but not for long as Nixon shoots it down the ice, and that will go for icing. With 4:59 remaining. 4-3 for Durham. Draw one by the Thundercats. And it will be Longland clearing it up the boards. And it's a 2-on-1 the other way. Justin Graham and Houston. Houston backhander stopped by Harris. And he hangs on for the faceoff.
The next game for the Winterhawks is on the road next Friday, February 9th in Durham for the third game in this series. Game time in Durham is 8:30. The next home game for our Hawks is a week tonight, Saturday, February 10th, as we once again host the Thundercats in the fourth game of the series. Game time here at the Flex next Saturday will be 8 p.m. Note the time, 8 p.m.
Around behind the net. After it is Quaid. Menard can't handle the pass, but he gets it in on Bird, and that'll get a face-off in the Durham zone. 4:28 remaining. Winterhawks need one to tie. Off the draw, Hopkin holds it in, takes a hit, but gets it behind the net. Loose puck, Matheson knocked down. Blake Underwood, Menard, one-timer knocked down. And it comes out to center. Kazarian flips it in, Menard after it. Played around. Menard plays it behind the net. Underwood spins away. Underwood, Kazarian, it's in his feet and he can't get at it. And it's cleared out and down the ice. 3:41 left in regulation. Justin Ainsley shot in. Hit Menard at the blue line. Ainsley bumps his man. McLean over to Ainsley. Knocked down by Dean Nixon. Hutchinson. And it is in the corner. McLean. And it is pinned to the boards, and it will be a face-off with 3:02 remaining here in the third period. Overtime in Ripley as Milverton ties that game. It's 5-5 to Tilsonburg has a 5-1 lead on Shelburne. Clinton has a 4-2 lead on Huron East. And Lucknow and Elora are tied 3-3. Houston. Around the boards, Hopkins. Elder into the middle. Miles McLean bringing it in. McLean taking a hack and whack, and Burt gloves that, and he'll hang on. And the draw will be in the Durham zone. 2:43 remaining. Durham controls off the draw. Cox in the corner. Hopkins couldn't hold it in there. Quaid back to get it. Off the boards. Fraz leaves it for Mitchell. Andy Mitchell bringing it in. Mitchell behind the net. Out front. Hopkins shot off a body well into the corner. Quaid shot. Doesn't make it to the net. And it comes out to center. 2:15 left in regulation. Winterhawks need one to tie. Hawk can't get it in. And it's Hopkins over to Quaid. Quaid makes a move around one. Nick Quaid shot stopped by Burt. In front, Hawk can't get the stick on it there. Hutchinson shooting it out to center. Trevor Smith picking it up. 1:50 to go. Dumping it in is Trevor Smith. After it is Mitchell. He hits his man. We'll keep an eye on Richard Harris, as that puck will come out and down the ice for icing. And it will be icing with 1:36 left as Harris heads to the bench. 6 attackers for the Winterhawks. We'll see if the Winterhawks use their timeout here, if they choose to keep it. Kazarian, Underwood, Menard, McLean, Smith, and Hopkins. And Gatlin has to fix his mask because Durham doesn't have a timeout. And Gatlin gets his timeout for his team. Kazarian. Off the draw, Menard shot stopped by Burt. They'll do it again here. 6 attackers for the Winterhawks. 1:34 left in regulation. Underwood. Kazarian. Menard tries to get it. Loose puck. McLean around the boards to Menard. 1:20 left. Back to the point. Hopkins. Hopkins down low. Shot deflects wide. Kazarian with it. Spins away. Back of the net to Underwood. Underwood looking. Underwood back around to Kazarian. Back around. Underwood had been knocked down, and the net is off. And now it's the timeout for the Winterhawks. 1:05 left in regulation. The net was off. That was the stoppage. 4-3 Durham. 1 minute and 5 seconds left. Here we go. Kazarian to take the draw. Ben Davis for Durham. Draw won by the Winterhawks, but Durham controls, and it's knocked out to center. 1 minute to go in regulation. Trevor Smith, pass off a stick. Randy Cox gets it. Shot at the net, knocked down by McLean. Over to Hopkin, up to Menard. Menard backhands it in, and it goes into the Durham bench and out of play. And the face-off will be in the Durham zone. 47.6 seconds left. Winterhawks catch a break there because that dump-in had been broken up, but it goes off the Durham defenseman into the bench. Draw one, and the Winterhawks control. McLean around, Menard. Kazarian trying to get out front, can't do it. Back to the point, held in by Hopkin. Hopkin around to McLean, out front. Menard missed the net. Kazarian, 27 seconds. Back out to the point, Menard, shot high into the roof and out of play, and it will be a face-off with 23.3 seconds left in the Durham zone. And that draw wasn't done properly. And they'll put some time back on the clock. As the clock ticked down on the face-off there. Maybe about a second or so added back on. And they leave it. Okay, 22.1. Off the glass. Knocked down. Quaid can't keep it in. Randy Cox, empty net, 2-on-1. He missed the net. Back the other way, Kazarian. 10 seconds, 7 seconds left, and that's going to do it. It hits the linesman. 3 seconds, and Durham will win and take a 2-0 series lead. Durham wins 4-3, Game 3, Friday night in Durham. We will see you there.
Shots on goal in the third period for Saugeen Shores 8 for a game total of 30. For Durham 8 for a game total of 25.
So we will talk to you in 1 week in Durham, Game 3, Friday night in Durham. We'll talk to you then. Good night, everybody.